Sorry, look, boss. Uh, Wait a minute. Oh, how come? Is it connected? All right. Fine. Yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry for the interruption. So we are going to continue now. And the class is going to be interactive, so I would need your full attention, please. Because we're going to be answering some questions and also asking questions too. Like I said earlier on, we're going to be understanding citation and referencing for beginners. As Wikimedia editors, we need reliable sources, and we're going to understand the Wikipedia tools to use while citing sources and also adding references. So for today's session, we're going to be learning why references matter on Wikipedia. We'll be learning what makes a source reliable and adding references, both the visual editor and wiki text. And lastly, we're going to have practice, question, and answer session. So now, why does reference matter on Wikipedia? But before we go into why reference matter on Wikipedia, I would like just associate. Okay, sorry for the short interruption. Before we continue, I would just like three people to tell me their opinion on what they think reference is. Just three. You can just raise your hand. There is no wrong answer, there's no right answer. Just yes, thank you. Good morning. Thank you very much. I love that the source of your information. Okay, we need two more people. Yes, the source of your information, that's references. Yes, we need two more people. I think referencing more is in, especially when you're in university, you're giving assignments, you'll be asking where are your references, where are your citations. So I would need two more people to tell me their own opinion. So he said the source of your information.
Okay, references are places we get information from. They could be from newspapers, it could be from any news organization. Understand? It could also be online. Understand? And it could also be from I think, a person, what an individual says. Okay.
Yes.
But there are particular references when it comes to Wikimedia that we're really concerned about. So we don't just get information from everywhere.
Thank you very much. Yes, he said where you get your information from is your reference. Yes. Another point of view.
I'll
The
just
last.
add, I'll
Okay.
just add to what he said. The important thing about references is that the source you're getting should be reliable. Um, Maybe a source that people always get information from, and that you know that you put that people always do that whatever information that they provided, there is something you can trust that is verified.
Thank you very much. Yes, that means I cannot just go and um, pick information from anywhere. It must be reliable. Thank you very much for these three insights. Yes. So we're going to understand the foundation of referencing in Wikipedia. And the foundation of referencing in Wikipedia is that it is built on verifiability, neutrality, and trust. Just like she said, you cannot just go and bring from anywhere, yes, but at the same time, you have to be, it must not, it's not going to be your own opinion. That means what you're telling us is a source from another person that is verifiable. And this will make others to trust the information you share because Wikipedia is an open source of information. That means people worldwide will read what you write to get information from it. So to be wrong when the information we share is not verifiable, is not neutral, and not trustworthy. So now on Wikipedia, what is a reference? A reference is a proof that what you wrote actually exists somewhere else. I think the last session, what I picked from Madam Ramatu, she mentioned something that Wikipedia is a tertiary source of information. That means it is you have to bring information from where it exists. I cannot bring information from the field because someone else have not really wrote about it. It is a primary source. I can only depend on secondary sources. That means others that have written about it and they are verifiable. That is what makes Wikipedia tertiary. That means it is not going to the primary, it is getting from the secondary, and then Wikipedia information is tertiary. That doesn't make it false. It is a link of full details of a book, article, website, or newspaper that says the same thing your Wikipedia sentence says. Like Mr. Francis Ward, when he commented, he said it can be an online source, it can be a newspaper, or what somebody else has said. So this reference in Wikipedia can be a book, it can be an article, it can be a newspaper, saying what you want to say in your Wikipedia text. And without this reference, any editor can delete your sentence, even if it is true. Why? Because nobody can verify it. Because you said it doesn't make it true. It is the reference you give that makes it verifiable. On Wikipedia, the rule is simple. If you cannot point to a reliable source that say it, do not write it. Now, you might want to write about a lecturer in your department, you might want to write about a town in your community, you might want to write about a local cuisine. But you would have to search and be sure that what you have in mind to write about have been written extensively by someone else. And this place that wrote it is verifiable. So that by the time you are writing it, it will be very easy for you to cite what those people have said about it. Now, you should think of a reference as your receipt. You are telling the world, I did not make this up. Here is where I did it. So Wikipedia do not want your opinion. It wants a source, a verifiable source. Now, Wikipedia's three core content policies. You have to understand the policies that governs Wikipedia for you to be able to add references without making errors. The first core policy is verifiability. Any reader must be able to check that what you wrote comes from a reliable, published source. The burden is on you to prove it, not on others to disprove it. Verifiability. Now, the second policy is neutral point of view. Wikipedia does not take sides. If two reliable sources disagree, you represent both views fairly. Your personal opinion never goes in. Only present what other sources have written. No original research. Like I mentioned earlier, we do not depend on primary source. We depend on what? No, what do we depend on?
Secondary sources.
Yes, secondary sources. Yes, we do not depend on primary source. We depend on secondary sources. You cannot add information that has not been published elsewhere, even if you know it is true. I know that the sun is I know that the sun rises in the is it east, yeah? But I need a source, even though I know it is true. Who said it? Wikipedia only repeats what reliable sources have already said. So what is the first core principle of Wikipedia? The second one? The third one?
No original research.
Yes, you have to have that in mind. Why certain sources? It has to be verifiable, neutral point of view. You present it without your opinion and no original research. So, what happens when there are no references? Okay. Let me digress a bit. I remember in my 300 level, there was this course, orator. So we were given an assignment, and all of us did it. We were given lecturers to assist each group. My group, we did the work, but we just added, I think, an assignment of 20 pages. At the end of the reference, we just had 4 references.
I hope you have collected your result from CASU. I hope you have collected your result from CASU. Huh? Okay, continue.
So others, we were undermarked because our reference was not enough. How can you have an assignment of over 20 pages and then you just have 4 references? That means you stole other people's work. So now, in Wikipedia too, there are consequences of not adding references. The first is that your work can be deleted immediately. Any editor can remove your work because you did not provide a source where you got the work from. Even though you would be given a warning sometimes that, okay, this work you need citation, but if you don't add, it can be deleted. And the second one is maybe if you are going through some Wikipedia articles, you'll see something like citation needed. Yes. So your article can be tagged citation needed. That means what you've written is not really trustworthy. So someone that is reading it will read it with double minds because there are no citations. And your article may be flagged. Articles with many unsourced claims get banners warning readers. They may also be removed from good and featured articles status. Imagine you write an article and it's not featured as good. Yeah, and imagine you write an article and there's a flag warning readers that this article is not cited. This article, it is not actually something that is verifiable. So instead, every fact backed by a reference stays. Other editors improve it. Readers trust it. And this makes what you are writing represented reliably. So from here, let me just pause a bit for questions. Chips in. Let's see if we are following.
So if you are like an eyewitness to something, you cannot write about it on Wikipedia at all.
No, you can't. But sir, I think there was a time they said something like you organize an interview or something like that.
Yeah, that one is just for you to encourage the press. That's the secondary source.
Okay,
Take it
to
up.
take it up. Yes.
So you as an eyewitness, you can present it to the press. Okay, this is what happened here, what happened here. But for you, whatsoever you know in your head cannot be verified online. So it is not said to be okay.
Thank you for the question. Any other?
Anything that's not verifiable is tagged rumor. So it's very good verifiable.
Yes, thank you for that. We know how rumors can be. Okay. Now, here we're going to just have a little discussion. Okay, how many of us are there? One, apart from staffs. Staff, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect number. So we're going to be 2 by 2. 2 by 2. Okay, I think we start from here like this, like this, like this, like this. Ma, ma, please, can you go? I think like this, and like this, like this, and like this, like this. Okay, so now, is the screen? You can see the write-ups, yeah? Which of these sentences would you feel safe adding to Wikipedia without a reference? So we have two groups. We have 5 groups, 2 each. So 2 of you discuss, and then you will discuss for like 2 minutes, and then each group will present which one you will feel safe to add. As in this one, the sun rises in the east. The Tyap language is spoken by about 5,000 people. Chief Malam Musa Aboki died in 2021. Nigeria gained independence in 1960. Kariji community has the best farmers in Kaduna State. Which one? Just discuss. It's a group. Discuss which one you think is safe for you to add in Wikipedia. Then you tell me your reason without the reference. You tell me your reason why.
Yeah, using this one.
How can I use this?
Which one?
This. Or is it like this?
Yes. Okay, this you have to drop this one down. Slash. Then from screen will be shown on this side.
So you just share. Sir. Sir.
It's shown. Okay, let me check.
Statistics or whatever language, whatever According to so when we
It has caught in.
Media zoom on it.
So share the screen. Click the screen. The screen. Click this.
is the last option. They said
Then share.
so is it an option?
Go out to your slide.
I think if I make it with them,
And
stop
just
sharing.
I'm not saying I'm doing it. Yeah, so I'm going to okay because I'm going
Okay, back to class now. All right, I'm sure we all have our answers now.
and then we understand because I'm making
Okay, welcome back from this great discussion. Okay, I think we'll start from group one. Which one do you think would be safe adding to Wikipedia without a reference?
This Nigeria got independence in 1960
Yes, Nigeria got independence in 1960. Why?
because it's the fact.
Okay. Why is it fact?
You can find the information if you Google it. When you Google it, so you can find it.
Yes,
And
thank you.
everybody knows it.
You're correct. All right, group two.
Yeah, the sun rises in the east.
Okay.
It's a very big fact that everybody knows.
Yes.
And when you start to read, there are lots of information.
Yes,
So
thank
you
you.
can actually include it in a write-up.
Yes. Group three?
okay, you're asking which fact to be okay to add.
Yes.
Okay, like you said, the
Yeah.
The Tyap language is spoken by about 500,000 people.
Yeah.
You can add it without a reference.
Yes, because Tiap community, they have their own community in Wikipedia. And with that, their community, you can go direct and find their information.
Okay, but is it a widely known fact?
No.
How sure are you that they have written on it?
Now what?
That they have written, yes, that they have somebody have really written on it that we're up to 500,000.
A community can't start on its own without having all the information regarding to that community. You understand?
Okay.
All the information about that community must be reaching in
With
that
that,
stage of the community.
yes. Thank you very much. We'll still come back to you. Group four, thank you. Which one?
The sun rises in the east.
The sun rises in the east. Why?
The safest for it because we look at other options. You cannot just say Christian and that's how we started understanding that process. Look at the list. The chief somebody died in 2021. There must be a reason for the second government
But same goes to the fourth and fifth.
Yes, thank you.
Because in Nigeria, go to the beginning of the 19 something, they got the respect. So you definitely need to refer to that.
Thank you very much.
What option is
It's more safe, but thank you. The last group, but not the least.
Nigeria getting independence in 1960.
Yes, why?
Because if you search for it, I think you find there is no any need like adding a new request to it because there is already new request. I think that one is flat.
All right, all of us. Okay, you want to stop?
I'm still of the same.
Okay.
The sunrise is the east. Like I said previously, it's a very big fact. No worldwide. When you talk about Nigeria having independence in 1960, it's not something everybody knows. Or maybe everybody in Nigeria knows, and some other people who have made research previously. But when you talk about sun rising in the east, I think it's been like that from the beginning.
Okay, so it has been established. Thank you very much for your contributions. It was wonderful. So let's see what the slide says. Okay, for the first one, the sun rises in the east. It's probably okay. It is a widely known fact. The Tyap language is spoken by about 500,000 people. It needs a reference because you are given a specific number. Chief Malam Musa Aboki died in 2021. It needs a reference because you are stating a claim about a person. Nigeria gained independence in 1960. This is generally okay because it is a well documented historical fact. Khariji community has the best farmers in Kaduna State. You cannot add because it is an opinion. It is not, no source will say this. So these assertions are like practical things that we can talk about and see which one is a bit safe to say. Like this last one, you can't add up an opinion. Who said that Khariji has the best farmers in Kaduna State? Someone cannot just come up and say it. And then, but with this, we can do, in fact, searching for Nigeria, you would automatically see it got independence in 1960. For saying something about someone, you will need a reference to state a claim. And we are given a specific number, you need a reference to state it. And we are stating a general known fact. It might be probably okay, but still it will be good enough when you add up your references. We have any question? So we can move ahead. Now, this second session, we are going to be learning on what makes a source reliable. So we're going to learn to judge sources before we cite them. So because we said you can cite online sources, isn't there any online source I can cite? When I say you can cite book, is it any book you can cite? Is there any newspaper? Is there any article? How do you judge that this source is reliable before you cite it? Now, we are going to be looking at reliable versus unreliable sources. Now, reliable source has been checked by someone other than the author before publication. Yes. Can an author publish his book? Can an author publish his book? No.
You can.
You can't. You cannot publish your book. You can't even edit your book. Yes. You need to hire an editor. You need to hire a proofreader. And then it needs to go through a publication house.
But there are some publishers now.
Self-publishers?
They are not reliable. That's what makes them not reliable.
Self-published books.
Yes, they are.
Okay.
That's what makes them not reliable.
Especially if you go online. People have
If you come across an article that doesn't have reference, so one has to be
Okay, as an editor, you come across an article that doesn't have a reference. You search for those references and add up if they exist. That will add up to the edit you have. And if they don't exist, I think you have to flag that article. because there is no any other source that
Not
says.
us. By
As,
adding what?
okay, as a matter of fact, it depends where the article is published. Is it on the English Wikipedia or is it on language Wikipedia? So both. It's not possible you cannot find an article on the English Wikipedia that does not have a source. That is not possible. But on the language Wikipedia, that can be excused. It depends on the community policy. If, for example, now the Tyap Wikipedians decided to say, okay, we want our articles to be published without citations, that can be handled by the internally by the administrators of Tyap Wikimedia.
Allowed.
Yeah, it can be, but it is not advisable. But not on the English Wikipedia.
And again, I can add something there. In case in the English Wikipedia you see an article without a source, maybe they may give that person 2 or 3 days to add the source. Even the bot alone will be sending you message that this article needs a source. Even, for example, you added only 2 or 3 sources, they will still give you that message that I should add more sources on it. So I go across something like that.
Yes.
Fine.
Okay. So now let's look at the reliable and generally accepted source. The first one is peer-reviewed academic journals. So, ma, sorry, I'm allowed to. Please, have you published a journal? Okay, ma, please, can you tell us just maybe in brief what we mean by peer-reviewed academic journal?
A peer review, just like the name says, your peers, they are the ones that are going to review that paper before you publish it. For instance, there's a conference, let's say this is a Wikipedia conference, or I'm a librarian association, this NLA, Nigerian Library Association. I'll first submit my abstract, we agree, then we'll go for the conference with the secret library, and I'll do the presentation. When I finish, my peers there can start critiquing that journal. So why did you use 20, what do you call it? Why did you use 20 uh, respondents instead of 250 respondents? That your research is weak. The literature, this thing, we cannot see the statement of the problem. So by the time they critique the paper, oh, you you know that you know or you don't know. So that's one way of peer review. At conference, it will help you to enhance the quality of your paper before they will accept it and publish. Another way is when you submit it to, like they are saying, the journal publishing house. There will always be a call to publish your paper. So when you send it, there's what they call dex rejection. Immediately you just submit it, they look at it like they are saying no references, or like she said, just 4 references, and they're like, ah, this one is like the right one. And they put it in plagiarism check, and they see that you are copy you, or you did not even follow the format of what the journal expects of you. Then that's number one. When it passes through, you now look for people that are well versed in that topic, and they'll give them go and check this paper. Check. So that's also your peers reviewing it. So by the time they say, okay, going through the house minimal or make these corrections, or then they now say, okay, we'll agree to publish it if you do what is it. But if you don't, it will still not be published. So your peers help you to enhance the quality of work so that anywhere you stand, we can beat our chests and say you've done what you want.
Thank you very much, ma. Okay. So from the explanations, do we agree that a peer-reviewed academic journal is a reliable source?
Yes.
Yes. You can imagine by the time they critique your work, it will help enhance the work, and we can cite it as a secondary source. The second one is major newspapers with editorial staff. Emphasis on which? Editorial staff. Now, editorial staff, they are editors that work and make sure whatever this newspaper is publishing is a fact, not a rumor. So now, these are examples of major newspapers: BBC, Guardian, and Punch newspaper. In Kaduna, do we have any major newspaper? Major newspaper you can cite.
Currently, can't even think of any.
Because
Because almost all
Premium
of,
Times.
I don't think we have any paper house in
There
Canada.
is.
There is, I've forgotten the name, but it's opposite High Court.
High
When
Court.
you're going to
Yes.
police
Yes.
college, police barracks, by this side.
Yes, I remember, but I don't know their name.
Okay.
Is it now?
Maybe your president. Is it? What's the name?
Yes,
Now,
UNN.
now it's a national it's not Kaduna
Uh,
news agency of Nigeria.
Okay. So we have to make sure that this newspaper is major and they have editorial staffs.
Thank you.
Now, this brings us to where we were talking before about books published by recognized publishers. Recognized publishers. So is self-published book a reliable book?
No.
Is it a reliable book? Come on, is a self-published book a reliable book?
No.
I write the book by myself. I edit it by myself. I still come and publish it by myself. No, it can't be reliable. It must go through a recognized publisher. And let's say the book is hard copy. Let's say the book is a hard copy book. There is this title page here, probably a blank page. By this hand side, we'll see the publisher's information. The name of the publisher, the date of publication, the editor sometimes, and the edition of the book. Let's say we need to cite this book and we have it hard copy. So we can go to that publisher's page and get the information about it.
ISBN.
Yes, thank you, the ISBN too. And then we have government websites. They are reliable sources. We can cite them. But you have to make sure that would I call this website plagiarized? Because there are some websites that might copy another government website and you might think this is the real government website, whereas it is just a copy. So we need to make sure that this website is the reliable, real government website, not another person copying that website. Then you can also use a university and research institution publications. And then you can, sir?
So how do you verify whether somebody is government?
Okay, do anybody want to help us? How do you verify that this one is a government or not?
There are some security measures online. There are some sites I can't really that has some code or something. When you click www, there's a password that is secure. So you know how to differentiate.
Between the secured and the unsecured.
And again, the information inside will tell you whether it's government or not. Because for maybe I copy from the government, my speech will be different with the government side. So the way I will align my text, it will be different because I want to pour out everything that is in my brain. But the government will just give you a summary of it. I think that should tell you that this one is good.
Yes.
Excuse me,
Yeah.
I'm not satisfied up to now. Okay. Reason behind it is that when applying for government, we have seen a situation where a lot of scammers use government websites as if deceive people as if it's the real one. I remember. So sometimes it takes if you are not careful, they end up going to that one, the fake one, thinking that it's the real
It's
one.
a real
because
one.
it has the same. Alright, sorry.
And a good way of doing that is to official website of this. If it's a government website, you say official website. Either the government has. There's no particular. You say this is the website for the Federal Republic of Nigeria. You're searching. You see either Ministry of this, Ministry of that. So whatever aspect of whatever you're looking, you have to do a Google search and say you want an official website of this. If you check, you always see it pop out. That's when you verify.
What I was actually talking about is HTTPS. They don't say that. It's mostly not secure. Sorry, sir? HTTPS. Yes, when you see that it's even inside is secure, you don't see that when it's not secure. The next one, that's how it's
But
No.
but there are scammer sites that have HTTPS.
Yes. So let me just address
When
that.
you apply for custom, navy, whatever.
Yeah. Now the HTTPS, most of those ones you will see the HTTP, but there is no S. There is no S. But once there is S, it is secure.
Means the information is
Yes.
encrypted and somebody cannot
Yes.
steal the
Yes.
information from there. And you also know from the there's the sign of padlock and the side of the on the address bar by the side. So you know
Yes,
that
that this
your
one
side.
is.
Okay. So
Once you see the public, continue to continue.
so
No. Government, you have to search and say you are looking for the official side of whatever agency of the government you're looking for. You understand? So let's say is immigration you're looking for or you want to apply for. So you say the official site of Nigerian immigration. You do a Google search to pop up. When you pop up, you now enter. Then you say secure site. You say HTTPS. Then let you know that this is the site. So if they're doing a recruitment, if it's their official site, you always see the link for it in their official site. I will take you to the main site where you can apply. It's as simple as that.
and again,
Sorry, let me add, like what you can see, .gov, you understand? So, or like an institution, they have edu, like Nigerian institution. They will say, Liberian shit that people say Google. When you're going to reputable articles for you go to Google's corner and not just Google. Because me and you, we can write anything and show it. As you Google it, the number copy that this you are referencing. Even that person I don't even know nothing about that subject. You can copy and paste from every places and upload it. As soon as you search on Google to come.
and again, I think this also brought me to something that we need to also introduce to this mentoring program: how to we how to become fact checkers. Because as a Wikipedian, you have to know all of these things. So I think this topic actually opened another window for us to incorporate this particular one. So I think if not for this particular series, maybe the next series we are going to introduce fact checking. So we are going to train the participants how to fact check all this information. They are also very important. It's an additional skills that we need to know as editors. So I think we have dwelt too much on this one. Let's move on.
Okay. And then the last one, after the university and research institution publications, the last reliable source you can search as listed here is the National Encyclopedias and reputable reference works. Like you said, probably in the next series we can tell you to fact check encyclopedias and reference works. So what references are not reliable? Which references, which kind of references should you avoid? Social media posts. Number one. Social media posts like Twitter, Facebook, WhatsApp. Avoid that. Personal blogs and self-published websites. Not only self-published books, also self-published websites. Avoid those. Wikipedia itself. Do not cite Wikipedia. It's like citing a tertiary source. So we're only citing secondary source. Unverified YouTube videos or TikTok content, not reliable. Press releases written by the subject. Okay, let's say there's a press release about me and I'm the one that wrote it. So is it reliable?
No.
If there are some grievances because it's about me. Predatory journals. That's pay to publish, no peer review. Just pay them to publish it for you, no peer review, nothing. Avoid such kind of journals.
I have a question. If I do a social media post and I decide to do, let's say I have a page on Facebook and I'm writing articles, but I do research the articles well and then reference it. Is it wrong for you to still quote it?
No, you can't quote.
You can't quote.
Just because it's coming from Facebook?
Yes. Not anything on social media is not acceptable on Wikipedia.
I think for that, I think the way website itself will reject it.
We reject it, yes.
The website
Do it
itself
now.
is something concerning PDF, even some PDF. I think I go across something like that, it will reject it. Facebook, it will reject anything social media, it will
Okay,
reject
let
it.
me say something. For instance, now we're talking about disability. So there are other scholars. So when you're publishing,
Please, you people, the backbenchers. No, sorry, the people on the in the back. Are you hearing us from here?
for
All
instance,
right.
maybe I just Google, I just publish a paper. I can say so that I'll have wider audience to know in first place. So immediately I put it there. It's your own role now to go back and check the journal where it was published. So it will now you can redirect it.
And you can cite it, yes. Thank you for that.
So the third point here under note these unreliable sources. Wikipedia itself, right? So we cannot cite Wikipedia.
What about
So
like government official Twitter handles?
no,
And there are something
not
like
anything
that.
social
As
media.
long as the social media.
Anything social media, we don't cite. Yes, anything social media.
I was trying to clarify.
Yes. So there is this point here now. Wikipedia itself never said Wikipedia on Wikipedia. I just need one person to explain to me why can't we cite Wikipedia on Wikipedia? Just one person. Huh?
Because
Huh?
It's tertiary. What we need is secondary.
because Wikipedia was written by somebody and it's open for edition.
Every information on Wikipedia is a secondary source.
Okay. I don't know. So why citing Wikipedia on Wikipedia? It means information is already existing on Wikipedia. Then you now go again and copy the same information and write another article. What happened to this particular one? That you have to copy this one and paste it the other side. So you don't cite Wikipedia on Wikipedia, right? So that one is okay. And then this predatory journals. I believe we understand this one. We understand it clearly. So you now writing your own whatever you want the people to know, then you just go and pay, and then you bypass the whole thing, and then you publish it. So those ones too are not reliable. Not reliable. So please continue.
Okay. So we understand the sources that are reliable. Do we understand the sources that are reliable?
Yes.
And the sources that are not reliable? Okay, so we can move to the next. So there is what we call the crab test. The crab test. And this crab test is for how to check any source. Now, the first one from the screen, please, so that we all fit there. The first one from the screen, sorry, is what? Currency. Currency. Is it money or account? No. Okay. Is it recent enough? That is it current? For fast changing topics, like medicine, politics, we should use sources from the last 5 years. That is for fast changing topics. It will be reliable enough to use sources from the last 5 years. Then if you are talking about history, you can use older sources. If you're talking about history of this person, writing about biography of this person, you can use older sources. But for topics that change very fast, like medicine, like politics, you can use current sources that are at least 5 years. Then the second one is relevance. Imagine me, I'm writing about Zonkwa, and then when I go and drop a reference about the local government. Is it relevant? So my reference should directly support my claim. The sources should clearly discuss the exact topic you are writing about, not just mentioning it as. Because, for instance, I'm writing about Zokwa local. Sorry, I'm writing about Zokwa, and I also a source that said the governor visited Zokwa, and I just go and click that one. And I'm not even writing about governor visiting Zokwa. It's just mentioning it in passing. Is it relevant? No. So I should use a source that discuss what I am writing about thoroughly, so that the person that is verifying it or someone that wants to read ahead can also search through. Then, authority. Who wrote it? You should look for an identified author with credentials or a known organization. For instance, Kaduna University is a known organization. They have a website. I can cite that. I have known sources. For instance, Roger Blench is a known source. I can cite him. He's a known authority. So when we look at this known authority, it will help us to avoid anonymous content that we don't know who wrote it. So content that is anonymous is not good enough as a reference. Then you should also check the accuracy. Is it backed by evidence? Does it cite other sources? Can you verify the facts elsewhere? Look for citations, data, or references. You should make sure that this person is not just writing about his opinion. What he's writing about is accurate. And then the last one is the purpose. Why is it written? Is it written to inform, sell, persuade, or entertain? Imagine citing an advertisement from a newspaper. Adverts, is it a reliable source? Is adverts a reliable source? No. Adverts, they use language in a way that they want to persuade their audience to buy something. So they are not stating facts. Advertisement aims to sell, not give facts. So this is the CRAB test. All right, let's see what CRAB means. C stands for what? Yes. R stands for? A stands for? A stands for? And P stands for purpose. So when you are citing sources, you should check for the currency, the relevance, the authority, the accuracy, and the purpose. So let's see the type of sources that Wikipedia accepts. The type of sources that Wikipedia accepts. The first one is books. It also stressed it too. Published by recognized publishers, not self-publishers. Usually has ISBN. What is full meaning of ISBN? International Standard Book Number.
No lie, say it.
Yes, it's an international standard.
We have librarians here.
Okay. International Standard Book Number.
We are coming.
Okay, sir. Best for detailed subject coverage. Okay, see an example of a book there. You are not saying this is a book. Oh. I'm just saying we can just say that a history of Tyap by a recognized historian and published by a university press. It is a very good book that you can cite. Newspaper and magazine articles has an editorial team. We stated it before. They should have editorial staff. Verifiable author. Publication date must be from a credible outlet, e.g., Punch newspaper or Daily Trust, about community events in Kaduna or something. Yes, you can cite those ones. You can cite this kind of newspaper. No, not it's just an example. So long as you know that this newspaper is a major newspaper, and you know that newspaper has editorial teams that edit their work before they publish, and you know that this newspaper, whatever is written, there is a verified author. Yes, you can cite that. Then the third one is website and online sources. must be from a credible organization, has author, date, and can be verified, not blogs or social media. In fact, when we come to the practical section, you'll see that when you're adding it up manually, there's a place where you must add the publisher, you must add the publication date, you must add the author. All these things, they are required by Wikimedia before you edit it, before you add citations. Now, see example of the article you can add. An article from a government ministry website, university, or non-governmental organization. Yes, you can cite this. Then academic journals, we've also talked about this. That is peer-reviewed, author credentials listed, published in a non-journal, has DOI or PMI. I don't know this one. So please, do anybody know? DOI.
If you when you log onto when you check what do you call it, an online version of a book, this other one has ISBN. That DOI
Okay.
is the unique number that separates information for each one. So once I know the DOI and I put it, it can bring out the information, it can bring out the information on every other.
Okay, just like ISBN number. The unique code that it has, online code, yes. So,
Digital object identifier. Digital object identifier.
thank you for giving us the full meaning. Digital object identifier. So,